So just maybe some context. In the UK, we estimate that there's 145 million tonnes of gear that we could recycle and turn into aggregates. And just put that into perspective. If you just take that in the context of the virgin aggregates market, the virgin aggregates market's probably somewhere in the region of 200, 220. So it's a huge percentage in terms of the opportunity for us in terms of recycling. So we looked at that and we thought, okay, well, how are we going to get into this? And we sort of said, well, okay, we need to form a recycling division and take advantage of some of this material, and of course prolong some of the virgin aggregate in the ground as well. It's becoming increasingly difficult to get virgin approvals, planning, permits, etc. And as I said before, 145 million tonnes to go out. It's a huge opportunity for us. And why did we do it? So we want to maximise circularity, the opportunity to take our waste from our existing downstream businesses in asphalt and ready-mix and turn that into crush the material down and to sell it back to our downstream businesses. Huge opportunity for us. The opportunity which I'll come on to in a minute with the SRF, we bought a business called Mick George, and again they produce about 120,000 tonnes a year of skip waste. At the moment that goes off to landfill. The opportunity for us to turn that into SRF and put that through our cement kilns is fantastic. And as I said before, we're preserving the natural resources. It's getting harder and harder to get these planning and permits through. So the opportunity to do either 100% recycled aggregates or to blend, real opportunity for us. So we looked at this about 18 months ago, and we said, look, there's probably very simplistically, high level, there's 4 opportunities to enter this market. We can do it through utilities, so that's probably arguably one of the easiest entry barriers for us. So we set up a recycling hub, which I'll come on to in a bit, and we take utilities waste and we can convert that into generally a lower grade aggregate for use as a construction fill. As I said, relatively easy market to enter, and we're doing that already. Skips. So again, the opportunity to recycle from skips, it says on here, we can recover 75%. That's not all aggregate. Some of that will be metals, plastics, etc., wood. But again, the aggregate that comes from that is relatively low grade. The opportunity in the skips waste really isn't the aggregate, although it is there. It's mainly around what we can do with the RDF, if you like, and we can turn that into a high quality fuel for our cement kilns. And then excavated waste and aggregates. For those of you that have been across there, we've got some examples there, and I still find this incredible, even after 18 months, where we take, I used to call it mud, I'm not supposed to call it mud now, I think we have to call it something like excavated soil, and we can turn that through a washing process. We can wash that just like a standard sand and gravel plant. We can wash that aggregate and turn it into what we would call higher quality aggregate for use in ready mix and asphalt. And that's the bit that we want to get to. We want to move away from this area. It's great, it's complementary to these, but this is where we want to be adding value. This is where the circularity piece comes. We can use this material in our concrete and asphalt business. And then finally, of course, demolition. Although we do a little bit of this through the Mick George business, we're not really generally into demolition. It's a great opportunity for us though, because of course the concrete or the crushed concrete that comes from that is generally cleaner. But at the moment we're focusing on these three here. So again, just to put an idea for you, by 2030, our target is to do around 9 million tonnes of recycled aggregates. Again, to put that into context, Heidelberg in the UK will do about 30 million tonnes of virgin, so it's approximately a third of what we're doing in virgin. We want to do that in recycling. And the way we're going to do that is from the advent of what we call recycling hubs. So you can see here, by 2030, we've got a variety of dots. We've got our 2 acquisitions, the Mick George business and a business we bought in Avonmouth called B&A, and all these green dots, and there's more to come hopefully. That's our expansion plan. And those recycling hubs, most of those will be on the same site as our concrete and our aggregate and our asphalt business, and in some case aggregate depots as well. So the opportunity for us to offer more than one product is really big for us. And you'll see there's one of the leaflets over there is around, if you're a utilities contractor, you can drop off your utilities waste and you can actually take asphalt or one of the recycled products with you as well. So just in terms of fuel use, so I touched on it before. Obviously the opportunity for us in our cement business to use and the drive to use alternative fuels. Historically, cement businesses, cement kilns use coal. We don't really want to be using coal for lots of reasons. So the opportunity for us to use an alternative fuel can be SRF, which is a solid, as you can see here, there's some examples for us if you like. And it's something that we're really pushing. We're already using SRF in our cement business, but we are obtaining that SRF from third parties. So you can see the opportunity through the McGeorge business. I'll just come on to it and I'll press that. We already produce skip waste. We are spending quite a lot of money disposing of that skip waste. The opportunity here is to take that skip waste, to turn it into a better quality SRF, if you like, and then put it into our cement kilns. So it's a fantastic opportunity, and we'll be the only cement producer in the country that's got the whole chain, from the cement to the SRF, producing the SRF, and actually running a skip business as well. So it's the whole circularity piece for us, which we think is really exciting. It's a big demand. We said the SRF there, as you can see there, it's not just to use internal. So if we can produce this waste rather than it as RDF, as low quality skip waste going into landfill, and we'll say we landfill 120,000 tonnes a year, we can actually turn it into a valuable product, into a fuel. And that's not just internal. So the opportunities for us to grow this business and to do it further afield on a national basis is huge for us in the long run. I say, it's already got, you can see there, we already use it in the cement industry. It's very popular in the cement industry, but that opportunity to internalise is huge. We can lock loads of potential through our McGeorge business, which I mentioned earlier. Great opportunity for us. And it gives us that opportunity to invest. And these things, these SRF plants aren't cheap. We're looking at spending £20 million on our first one to do this. And as I said, we'll be the first one in the country to do that from a cement perspective. So just finally, I think this is just a highlight of some of the things that we're focusing on. I said before, it's 145 million tonnes to go at, huge opportunity. So I think when I said to my boss, I think we're only targeting 9 million, he sort of thought that share was a little bit light. So, but it's a good start, really good start for us. So we want to sell the 9 million. As I said, word on their quality. We want to move away, what I said earlier, move away from some of those lower value, what we normally associate with recycled products. We want to wash the products and turn it into more value adding products. We want to recover more than 50%. So it's almost like an arbitrary figure that we put in place. We don't want to be recycling 20%. We want to be targeting products and services where we can recycle more. We've put like an arbitrary figure on there, target of 50%. You saw the previous slide, we want to have at least 30. We've got 34 on there, 34 active recycling hubs across the UK. We started from 0 and we've got 6 already, plus the McGeorge sites that have come on stream. So we're probably at around at the moment the 15 mark, but as I say, we're looking to grow that every year, and we've got 4 more planned for this year. Substitution rate, we've got a target, it's a global target along with Heidelberg, is we want to get 30% of the aggregates used in our downstream businesses, we want that to be recycled. So again, we're working with our concrete and our asphalt team to make sure we hit that. And as I said before, 120,000 tonnes. That's what we produce of waste from McGeorge, the skip business. We can put that into our SRF plants. And I think that's it. So is there any questions at all, or? Hello.
How are other materials companies doing on this in terms of recycling?
I think it's interesting actually. I think a lot of different parts of the group are trying different things. I think that's the thing with recycling. It's a new thing for us. Generally, I mean, of course, in the UK we've been recycling asphalt planings for quite a while now. But take Berlin for example, they've bought 2 big demolition businesses, and they're really focusing on crushing the concrete, bringing that concrete back, and then putting that back into ready mix. We've gone down the skip route and the muck away route, as I call it. They're not doing that in America. So different countries are experimenting with different things. I think that's important, and I think it's great that a company like Heidelberg are allowing the different countries and their own local markets to try things. And we all come together on a regular basis and say, all right, that's worked, that hasn't, and then we'll try different things. It's a really long-winded way of saying they're trying everything, but I think it's good. And as I said before, we're not trying demolition at the moment, we're focusing on the soils. But if it works, we might then extend into demolition as well. Yeah.
Just a question, how do you deal with all the pollution emissions when you burn on those fuels?
Yeah, it's a good point. So, I mean, the offset for that would be we were burning coal before, and we're already using alternative fuels. So that's a starter for us in terms of rather than burning coal, we would need to be burning a fuel that rather than going to landfill. And I think this then works really nicely with some of the earlier presentations around our carbon capture projects, because that gives you that full piece then, doesn't it? And that's the focus for us, definitely. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.